Hey, yo, y'all. Alright, so I want to get down to it. I want to talk about a slasher film I came across back when 96, 97, when I was still back in high school, before I could drive, at the New Movie Gallery up the road that I came across. And now I was already a big, huge fan, like a big horror nerd as is when I was like 16 years old, or 15, 16. I was already a big, huge fan of the Slumber Party Massacre right there, but... okay, I came across this movie because it had some party in the title, and that movie title was The Last Slumber Party. I came across this movie, and I rented, I saw, and I conquered. What I discovered is probably the best, worst movie ever fucking made. A lot of people out there will say, Troll 2. No, fuck Troll 2. This movie, hands down, is the best, worst movie ever made. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why. At least, I try to explain this movie that's kind of, as I would probably call it, a clusterfuck or even ass backwards. But I fucking love this movie. After finding out some things recently about it through a friend of mine on Facebook, I come to the decision that's really probably not the director, Steven Tyler. No, that's not Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, but Steven Tyler made this movie, and it's probably not the way it came out, the way he wanted, because I believe when it was sold to United Entertainment, which I believe was the company back then, the VHS company back then, and when they distributed it in '88 and put it out, pretty much... they fucked up the editing of everything, everything from using really bad B-roll footage, and so the movie has different prints throughout it. It's got film, Super 8, camcorder. I mean, and the quality of the picture changes throughout the movie, and so does the sound quality. 1 minute you have to probably turn up to here, and then when they do start speaking normally, it's like real loud. But that it's not really a big detraction actually at all, as I'm telling you this. So the film, as I already told you, is The Last Slumber Party. Yeah, right there. All right. None of these chicks on the cover are in the film at all. But anyway, okay, this movie hands down is awesome, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now, if someone came up to me, now this is not a movie I'd recommend just to people. Like if someone who's not really into horror, like they're getting into horror, they like horror, but they only see the classics here and there, but not really a horror nerd like myself and probably a lot of you other people. Someone said, "Hey Kevin, give me some horror movies to check out. I want to see." Or even a slasher fan, I would not probably ever put this film down on there. But if a slasher fan who, now let's be honest, us slasher fans even like some bad horror films out there, like some real bad ones out there. But hey, we stand up and defend them as they are. So, and that's what I'm gonna do for this film. But anyway, this film is only recommended to those who like bad trash cinema, or not even trash so say, but bad cinema, and even just slasher fans. Now, other horror people not really in slasher films will probably hate this fucking movie, but I am a slasher fan, and I even like some bad films. So this is like the best of both worlds, So the film, The Last Slumber Party, is pretty much easily figure out. Last day of school for these girls. They're either juniors or seniors in high school, and while they're leaving school, they discuss between if I'm correct, Chris, Tracy, and I forgot the other girl's name, but Linda, Chris, and Tracy. So they throw it on their friend Linda's shoulders to spend the night at her house. So she has this big house, and so the night comes, and they're all partying, calling up the menfolk, as they say it, and living dangerously with drinking their parents' liquor and taking fucking Valiums and smoking some pot, which you don't see all this go on, but they talk about it. But anyway, just having a fun party. Well, I think it would be a fun party, but anyway, no. And the mother is upstairs asleep, and the dad is the doctor at a nearby mental institution facility. So here comes the dilemma. This insane maniac from the institution, that the father, the doctor, already just did a prefrontal lobe lobotomy on the patient. He breaks out and wants to get revenge, so I guess he shows up to the doctor's house who did it, performed that on him, and comes and starts collecting some body count. And so you got the three girls. They're stupid ass boyfriends that show up throughout the movie, pranking them or running up on them with masks on. Things you would like that are very typical in a Slumber Party Massacre type movie, but done inferiorly. But anyway, they come and go. They show up 1 minute to scare the girls and leave, and then they show back up, and climb through the bedroom window from a ladder up against the house, because, you know, the girl's room is the second story, and it's just random. The characters come and go as they please. They just pop in and out, and until they die. And even after they're dead, they still pop back up somehow. Again, like I said, this movie's ass backwards. It really makes some of it just makes no sense, but the thing I love about it is, like, the dialogue's so bad. It's not real catchy or anything. It's just like dated and bad, but I love it. And I have to say that I love the lead girl, Chris. She's so, I hate to say it, she's kind of trashy, but she's so cool and fun. Like, I know this is some girl I'd fucking like to kick it with or whatever, seriously. But she's so, I don't know. Some of the remarks made in this film are so dumbass, but I love it. I even quote it to my friends, you know. But anyway, I love the lead girl, Chris. I love how, like, throughout the movie, in and out, because it took a period over the year of 82 or 83 or whatever for it to be filmed. So sometimes the girl's hairs are kind of like a little longer or shaggier than it is in another shot. Or the lead girl, Chris, has like a covered up black eye. It looks like a black eye, but it shows up here and there. And it's just, no, but I love this movie because the girls just go from, and it's not really an exciting night they're having, except for doing all these substances they do, you know, liquor and Valiums and whatever. But they sit down and watch TV and talk during the movie, and then hear like a report, a bulletin about the escaped mental patient that they ignore pretty much. And then you have, you know, the boys showing up and scaring them, one randomly going into the bedroom while one's downstairs, and vice versa, one going and taking a shower, the boyfriend's popping up in and out, being left alone, and then getting killed, which I will bring up on this real quick. Yeah, in the film, there's another character that goes to school with them, he's a geek nerd, they dub Science. They call him Science because he's a nerd, right? Anyway, and throughout the movie, at school even, he's wearing you see the killer in it from the insane asylum is wearing scrubs, like hospital scrubs, a surgeon mask, a surgeon hat thing, and he's got his only weapon is a scalpel, this little scalpel. And so that's the killer right there. But then Science shows up randomly, and throughout the whole movie, he's wearing, like at school, a hospital scrubs top with jeans, okay? So he shows up later in the movie because the boyfriends pick on him a lot, so he shows up and kills them with his own, you know, the same weapon that the other killer has, his own scalpel. It's random, and they have no idea of each other, of the two killers, but this guy shows up too. But anyway, and like I said, this movie's ass backwards. It makes no sense. And then later, the lead character, Chris, she falls asleep and has this real random surrealistic dream, and wakes back up. And the killer comes and kills everyone, but then wakes back up again, and it all starts all over. It's just like, what the fuck? I mean, but the characters are just kind of inane. They say stupid shit. Some of the conversations they have are even mundane. Like, they don't match the conversational wits of, say, the girls of the Slumber Party Massacre, or even the girls of Halloween. But still, that doesn't fucking matter, because this movie's fucking awesome. Like I said, everything from the editing of the film, from the picture quality, to the sound quality, to the acting. Oh, the acting. Okay, but you know where I'm going with that one, alright? It's one spectrum of, there's okay, decent acting for a lot of these low-budget B-movies, and then there's the acting in this, alright? The other end of the spectrum, and that's this film. And then, like I say, just this inane randomness about the killer on the loose plot, you know? It could have been done so simple, but it's not really done simply. Like, this movie, watching it is hard to simplify. But I love it. And it's got a loud, brash, trashy 80s heavy metal soundtrack from like 88, which made me fooled me from it not being from 82. But yeah, it's from 82, but this has got like a loud late 80s heavy metal soundtrack that's real trashy that kind of adds to the eye roll factor of the film. And yeah, and oh, another thing I have to say about this, man, this movie, and I'm not going to say this movie's homophobic. It's not homophobic at all. It has nothing to do with gay things. But the girls in the film constantly call their boyfriends like the words homo, queer, fag, all that, and make like the inside jokes about, come on, homo, isn't it already time to come out of the closet? You know, shit like that. I wanted more. That shit was fucking hilarious, you know, and I don't mean that homophobically. It was so inane. It was so random. But I don't know. It just, if you see it, you laugh too. You get a chuckle out of it. All the comments they make about that. But anyway, enough said. That I tell you now, that's the Last Slumber Party. That's all I'm going to say about it. I fucking love it. It's to me the best worst movie, the best worst horror film. So check it out sometime if you ever can come across it. All right, peace out.